For vet school applicants, GPA is an important criteria. While GPA requirements vary from school to school, NC State's pre-veterinary track students must learn how to calculate GPA accurately. The three categories for GPA calculation are cumulative GPA, which is all the courses that a student has taken after high school, the required courses GPA, which is calculated out of the prerequisite courses that each school requires, as well as the last 45 credit hours, which can mean that a school, while calculating their GPA, have to maybe go back up to 3 to 4 semesters wherever those 45 credit hours complete. So for in-state, we require a 3.0 in all those three GPA categories, and for out-of-state students, we have a 3.4 GPA requirement. The incoming class GPA typically averages between a 3.6 to a 3.7 for the cumulative GPA. It is important to understand that GPA conversions from a variety of letter grades is something specific to VMCAS. A pluses are considered equivalent to A, which is a 4.0 quality points assignment. The others are specified in this table that is to be paid attention to. So let's use this table as an example of a semester's letter grades earned and then how points are calculated. So in the first row, you can see that in a 4 credit hour course, the student scored an A, and therefore that numeric value is 4. When you multiply these two, you get a 16, and that's the quality points for that course. Let's skip to row 3, where in a 4 credit hour course, a student scored a C. And the C's value that we saw in the previous slide is actually a 2 converted numeric grade. When you multiply those two, you get an 8. So similarly, when you add 16 and 8, there are other courses that a student would have taken for different letter grades, and then those quality points are finally added. And it is the quality points that are divided by the total number of credit hours that a student is taking in that semester, which gives you your GPA for that semester. Now in the GPA calculation, it is critical for students to understand that the AP courses and the dual enrollment courses, where they bring in credits into the college, they are going to be not factored into the GPA calculations because those are the credits received. There is a lot of anxiety that our pre-veterinary track students have regarding the W, which is withdrawal. So it is quite okay to withdraw a course and have a W or 2 on your transcript if you're trying to protect your GPA. Now let's focus a little bit more on the WF. Let's say the withdrawal happened later and a letter grade has been earned. That would convert into an F ultimately. We need to talk about grade exclusions and clarify that. Grade exclusions do not matter for vet school application GPA calculation. They will factor in all the attempts for a single course, average it, and then calculate the GPA out of that. So we may have excluded a course. However, for vet school, consider it unexcluded. It will be calculated in the GPA calculation, which will be the averaging of the number of attempts. GPA is a demonstration of the ability to handle academic rigor, especially in 2 categories, the prerequisite GPA and the last 45 credit hours. So let's make sure that we are doing very well in those 2 categories of the GPA.